Hello everyone, Carlos Flores back on basics. So before we begin this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new videos that come on board. If you have a topic, if you have a suggestion, if you have a comment, or if you want me to give you my take on any video or any question that you have, put it in the comment section. And if you want to connect with me on other social media outlets, by all means, you can connect with me on Facebook by typing in Carlos Flores Jr. Remember, Flores is with an S at the end. If you want to connect with me on Instagram or on X or on Threads, you can actually type in at Back on Basics. So let's talk about positive thinking. Positive thinking, remember, takes a little bit of work to get to it. Remember, there's the good, the bad, and the ugly, right? And so to get to the good, it takes a little bit of processing, mind processing, physical processing, emotional processing to get to the positive. And so remember what I said in previous videos, that a lot of the times, right? A lot of the times, our first thought is automatic. And why is it automatic? Because it tends to be negative. Because we tend to be, I'm going to be honest with you, and I haven't said this before. I say that the first thought is negative, but we tend to be negative human beings. We tend to look at the bad first and then the good, because we're so concerned about failing. We're so concerned about giving up. We're so concerned about somebody else being better than us, that a lot of the times what we need to do is we need to be focused and we need to be in a race with ourselves. If you start comparing yourself to other people all around, of course, there's going to be a lot of different people. I just finished cooking and I just finished watching a little bit of football before doing this video. Of course, all of those people make at least $500,000, $2 million, $3 million, $90 million. Can you imagine that? How am I going to compare to somebody like that? Because it's not fair. It's not equitable. So I have to create my own lane, my own forward, so that way I can move forward, so that way I can motivate myself, so that way I don't go into the negative whenever I think about it. Remember what I said in, I think it was 2 or 3 videos before. I said, you need to pause before you react, or you need to pause, right? And then you need to think about it and process, and then you need to communicate instead of instead of reacting. If you react, a lot of the times it's not going to be the best way for you to handle a situation, for you to connect with somebody, for you to talk to somebody that may be thinking that you are the best at what you're doing. Believe me, you know what? Even though we think, and I'm going to say it again, even though we think that we are not at our best, that we're not doing the best that we can, that we're not moving forward, I will bet you that if I take a look at your lifestyle, that I take a look at the activities that you do, that I take a look at the things that you're doing, your goals, the things that you want to accomplish, you're moving forward. Even if it's just a little bit, you're moving forward. So you have to keep on moving forward. You have to do that. And because of that, again, you have to practice. You have to gain this muscle memory about positive thinking. The positive thinking, and I know, I'm not saying, believe me, I'm not saying yay, yay, rah, rah kind of positive thinking. All I'm saying is you will know that you're worth more than what you thought yesterday. You know that you're worth more than what you thought you were worth yesterday. Excuse me. I was just trying to food. So, again, right? Positive thinking is so simple, and people just oversee or don't see the video because, oh, it's another video about positive thinking. But you know what? If we don't practice, if we don't create that muscle memory, because if we practice and we practice and we practice and we practice, right, that muscle memory will come here, and then It will take less to go from the negative to the positive. And so we have to make sure that we focus on that. We have to make sure that we focus from that amount of time that it gets automatically thinking negative to positive. What can we do to do that? Well, there's a lot of things that I've said. I mean, I can go over the list and list and list over and over and over and over again about what to do to get from, more than likely, a negative thought, process it to a positive one. Because if that happens, if you keep on doing that, every time there's a negative thought that comes on board, you process it, and then you get to a positive thought. You do that. You keep on doing that. And so what happens, you build that muscle memory. You start believing in yourself. You start believing in others, by the way, because you start to see the other people that are doing it as well. You start to see that people are actually helping you. People are actually wishing you the best for you to succeed. It doesn't, you know, when things are going wrong, things are going wrong. And even our minds go down in the dumps. A lot of the times we think that people are thinking, or people are talking about us, or people are saying things about us that it's not true. But we do not know it either. And that's the thing. We invent so many different stories in here that it's hard for us to sometimes move forward because we're not thinking positive. We're not giving our support system enough credit to say they're doing the best to take care of me, to take care of the entire me, not just different aspect, not just one aspect, the entire me. There's people out there that no matter what you do, no matter what you say, no matter how bad you treat them, and you don't treat them bad. You don't treat people bad. Because you know what? Other people are going through the same thing as you are. And other people want to get to that positive state. Other people want to get to the part where they are able to move forward. Other people want to get to that part where they feel like they can do it. Remember, there's different memes, there's different things out on social media, networks. You can see that I like the visual that says there's a miner mining for diamonds or whatever, and at some point it goes back because it gives up, because it says, oh, I'm not gonna get to it. Well, you don't know when you're gonna get to it. And it was in the picture, it was so close that if he would have picked it a couple of times, he would have gotten to it. There was another one at the bottom that is going through, and it doesn't really matter how long it takes. He or she will get to those diamonds. It's the same thing that Kobe Bryant said. You practice, you practice, you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice, and you practice. I mean, he practiced sometimes 4 times a day. I haven't gotten to that. I'm going to get to that stage where I'm going to be making videos maybe 2, 3 times per day. Right now, I still have a full-time job, ladies and gentlemen, which I love. I love being a special education teacher. I love being in the school where I can use my Spanish and my English. I love the fact that I can support kids. So that way I can look at them, right, and see what they have and build upon, support them, so that way they can be the best that they can be. Again, right? Do not think negatively. If I were to think negatively, then those kids, I would see the negative in those kids, but I see the positive. I see the potential. I see what they need, and that's where I'm at. Again, be positive. So, subscribe to my YouTube channel at Back on Basics 9985. Hit the notification button so you can get notified of any new video that comes on board. Remember, think positive, and you'll be positive, and you'll move forward, and you'll be achieving your goals. Back on Basics.